Hey guys, welcome to Fishing in the Midwest. For those of you who may know, I fished a tournament today down in central Illinois, Lake Braidwood. Pretty good lake, it's heat. Discharged, I was facing some terrible weather today. I was able to get some weather on film just to show you guys what I was dealing with. Wasn't able to bring the camera out early in the day because it was just too dark. The wind was awful, you probably couldn't even hear my talk. I was trying to talk during some of the clips, you couldn't even hear me because of the wind. 30 mile per hour, 25 mile per hour plus wind, and it was awful, absolutely awful. Start of the day, we started with about mid 20 degrees weather. It warmed up probably about 40 degrees up near 1 o'clock, which is the end of the tournament. We started at 6:30 and went through 1 o'clock. It was a short tournament, Junior Bassmaster. It's a starting tournament for me. I've never done a tournament before. I managed to get first place in big bass for 11 through 14 years old, and I got fourth place all around out of 15 anglers. The majority of the anglers didn't even get bites. It was a pretty tough day. First place I think came in with about 5 pounds. I only had about pound and 13 ounces, which isn't good, which isn't great, but if it brings me into fourth place, that'll do. We only caught one fish, a smallmouth bass, caught on a bandit deep diving crankbait, hit it off a rock. Man, the thing hit it so hard. I thought I had a big 4-pound bass. Those smallmouth fight so hard. But I had a lot of fun. Like I said, first tournament, almost at the end of the tournament, hooked into another good fish, brought him up, and I realized it was a big drum. Didn't count because it wasn't a largemouth, smallmouth, or spotted bass. So we had to release him back, and it would have probably put me up into second place. I'd started off with second place, early start. I'd caught one of the first fish out there and put me in second place, but I kind of got knocked down with a couple other fish. The guy was fishing on a point using a rattle trap, a lot of lipless crankbaits going around. I stuck with my deep dive, and then I had pretty good success with it as far as the smallmouth goes, and as well as the drum. But I had a lot of fun. I wasn't able to get any fish on film, but I was able to get some short clips of the weather, me casting, and I've got a quick picture in there of a nice smallmouth. I also throw in the picture of the bass I caught a couple days ago, largemouth, which was about 2 pounds as well. But sorry I wasn't able to get a lot of footage. It was windy, it was cold. I wasn't able to measure the fish on camera, but I did measure it off camera. It was 16.5 inches. You can decide whether you want me to count it or not for the English Challenge. I feel that I shouldn't count it because, again, I'd be hypocritical saying that it should count even though I didn't have it on camera. So, pretty much I had a good day fishing. First smallmouth of the season, second bass altogether in the season, and I'm really happy with how the results turned out. I wish I would have tried the crankbait earlier. I was using some spinner baits, all that kind of stuff. The lake water, it's probably around 50 degrees plus, really warm water. A lot of steam at the beginning of the day. Like I said, it was tough conditions. It was really tough conditions. Wind was awful, hard to cast. Half the time your hood would be blowing over, your hat would fly off, you know. Like I said, the footage that you'll see is a little bit more milder wind and a little bit more mild weather compared to how the start of the day happened, you know, ranging from 6:30 all the way up to 10 o'clock, which was really when it was bad. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little clip I'm about to show you, and keep on staying tuned. Many tournaments and fishing trips to come.